Hello and welcome back to the RDF Tactics YouTube channel. FM22 is literally just around the corner. So today's video is all about the top 3 tactics to download in FM21. We've got a few more weeks to play FM21, so these are the top 3 tactics to use, of course, in my opinion as well. One tactic that's not included in this list is called Zaz Blue 3.0, I believe. For me, that is the ultimate FM21 tactic. In this video, we aren't going to be testing the tactics as well. These tactics have been tested thoroughly time and time again. So I know these tactics works. We can look at some test results from before, of course. And if you are new or you haven't yet, make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you like this video. You can share it, leave a comment, help the algorithm, all of that good stuff. But for now, let's get stuck into this video. So right now, what you are looking at on the screen is Zaz Blue 3.0 on FM Arena. Again, the link will be in the description. For me, this is the ultimate FM21 tactic. You don't really get any better than this, but a lot of people aren't fans of striker lists, so that's one of the reasons why I didn't include this in the list. And also, it's a very good tactic. It's very hard to compare alongside this tactic, which is why it's kind of a standalone. I'm not including it. It is a very good tactic. Make sure you check it out if you haven't. If you want to win games, have a very successful end to your FM21 career, then this tactic is certainly for you. But we're going to go into Football Manager to have a look at the other 3 tactics I think you should check out before playing FM22. So the number 1 tactic is called the Yuri 4-2-3-1. It's a 4-2-3-1, of course. This was created by Victor Hugo on FM Scout. I made a slight tweak, not too many tweaks. This is the tweaked version, but there's not too many tweaks from the original. The original is fairly the same, and this here is the 4-2-3-1 that I like to use. Well, I love to use at the beginning. So in goal, we do have the sweeper keeper. Both fullbacks are wingbacks on the supportive duty. You can pause the video if you want to copy the instructions. We aren't going to go into too much detail about these instructions. In central defence, we have 2 ball playing defenders. In central midfield, we have a ball winning midfielder, which isn't usual. We don't find many ball winning midfielder roles in tactics, and he's partnered with a deep line playmaker on that defensive duty. In attack, we have the inside forward. We have 2 of those on either flanks. We have a shadow striker, and up top we have the advanced forward, the main goal scorer of this tactic. For the team instructions, we have a very narrow attacking width. The approach play, we are passing into the space, playing out from the defence with a higher tempo. In the final third, it's low crosses, work the ball into the box. In transition, and what you will find out with a lot of these tactics is fairly the same in transition. So when the possession has been lost, we are going to counter press, and when the possession has been won, we will then counter. When the goalkeeper is in possession, he is going to distribute the ball quickly and to the fullbacks. Out of possession, finally, the defensive shape, the offside trap is selected, a much higher line of engagement, standard defensive line, and the defensive width is set to standard as well. The pressing intensity is more urgent, probably or likely one of my tweaks, and prevent short goalkeeper distribution. So that there is the tactics. We can go to the website. Boom, there we are. This is the website, of course. It's got a little tactic description. Make sure you check it out. Again, it's going to be in the description. But we can also see some of the results. We can see this was tested with Fulham. Fulham finished 5th using this tactic. Mitrovic was the top goal scorer with 23 goals. Here we can see the attacking efficiency. Fulham were the most clinical side in the league. Not the most aggressive, but the most clinical, which is what counts. And for the defensive efficiency, you can see we were quiet but kind of on the leaky side, but take into consideration we were Fulham. So here we can see Mitrovic was the top goal scorer. Ademola Lookman also scored 16 goals, which is absolutely great. And the second top goal scorer in the league was Fulham with 85 goals, just 2 more behind Liverpool, who topped that list with 87. So number 1 tactic on this list is the 4-2-3-1 created by Victor Hugo. It's called the Yuri. It's a brilliant tactic. Make sure you check it out. Now for the second tactic, we have a 4-1-3-1-1 Moraes. This was created by, oh my god, let me go and find his name. Moraes Boss, yes, that's his name, Moraes Boss. And again, this is a tactic that I have personally tested, so I know how strong and I know how good this tactic can be. It's a 4-1-3-1-1-1-1, of course it is, it's on the screen. And in goal, we do have the sweeper keeper. Both fullbacks, again, are wing backs on the supportive duty. In central defence, we have one ball playing defender, and he's partnered with a central defender. In defensive midfield, we have a deep line playmaker on that defensive duty again. And in central midfield, we have a deep line playmaker on the supportive duty. So we have two deep line playmakers, which is very unusual. On the left, we have an inverted winger on the attacking duty. On the right, it's a winger on the attacking duty. So we have different roles again on the right side of midfield and on the left side of midfield. In attacking midfield, we have an attacking midfielder on the attacking duty, and up top we have a pressing forward on the attacking duty who's going to be man marking, and he can be man marking the defensive midfielder. For the team instructions, we are using the fairly wide attacking width, the positive mentality, playing out from the defence, a higher tempo, running at the defence, working the ball into the box, and with the low crosses. In transition, when the possession has been lost, counter press. When the possession has been won, counter, and the goalkeeper will look to distribute the ball to both fullbacks. Out of possession, we do have a standard defensive line, a much higher line of engagement, offside trap, the narrow defensive width, so we are forcing the opposition on the outside, using tighter marking, more urgent pressing, but no preventing the short goalkeeper distribution. Sometimes I don't even like using that myself, I must admit. In my streams, sometimes I do remove this because it can be a little bit techie when the opponents are playing out from the back, and the tackling they are going to be getting stuck in. So that there is the 4-1-3-1-1 created by Maurice Boss. And if we go to the website, here we are. The tactic is from FM Base. I don't want to keep saying this, but the link will be in the description. Since his last tactic 4-4-1-1 with Villa, he created a new one similar to the 4-4-1-1 that he made before. And if you didn't see it, RDF Tactics explained that on his YouTube channel. Oh yes, I did, and it was a great tactic. But with him, we can see some of the results. With Aston Villa, he finished second, 1 point behind Liverpool. Absolutely crazy. Borussia Mönchengladbach, he won the league with them, 84 points. He wrapped that title up fairly comfortably. For Monaco, he finished third, which isn't the worst result, 88 points. 88 points can win you the league in different leagues. He did win 28 games out of the 38, so a very, very good record there. And with Tondela in the Portuguese league, he finished second, which I believe is the most impressive result. Though he didn't win the league, he finished second with Tondela. That is an absolute massive achievement. And with Valencia, he won the La Liga, 91 points, 6 points ahead of Barcelona, who had 85. So we know this tactic is great. It's time for you to test it out in your FM21 saves before we try our FM22. But now we're going to move over to the last tactic. And it's not last because of the quality. It's just no order. There's no order really. But let's go into FM21 to look at this tactic. So here we are, and you know I had to mix it up a little. It's a 3-5-2, 5-3-2, whatever you want to call it. It's a 3-5-2. That is what White Europe has called it. It's called 3-5-2 Mario EDM, and I've just said White Europe. Now if I check again, I mean, I'm saying it's White Europe. I believe he sent me the tactic. That's what I've named it as anyway. That is what's on my website. A nice little change. And in goal, we do have the sweeper keeper on the defensive duty. The back three, all three are central defenders. The ones on the wider areas have closed down less. In defensive midfield, we have a deep line playmaker on the supportive duty. He's got a few instructions there. And both fullbacks are wingbacks on the supportive duty. In central midfield, we have two Mazzalas on the attacking duty. So this tactic is fairly attacking, though there's 5 or 3 defenders. Again, whatever you want to call it, let's not get too technical. It is a fairly attacking tactic. We are looking to dominate games. Up top, we do have 2 advanced forwards, so 2 goal scorers. In central midfield, we have 2 very attacking central midfielders, and on the flanks we have 2 fullbacks or wingbacks that like to get further forward. For the team mentality, the attacking mentality is there. Fairly wide attacking width for the approach play, pass into space, overlap on both of the flanks, which you will see a lot of overlapping. Play out from the defense, the slightly shorter passing but with a higher tempo, In the final third, there are going to be low crosses, working the ball into the box, and when your players have the ball trying to create chances, they are going to be running at the defence. In transition, like I said, when the possession has been lost, counter press. When the possession has been won, counter. That is likely going to feature in all of great tactics in Football Manager 2021. That doesn't mean you can't create a good tactic without it. They just work very well, of course they do. And when the goalkeeper's in possession, he is going to distribute it to the fullbacks by throwing it long. Out of possession, with the offside trap, we have a much higher line of engagement and a higher defensive line. The defensive width, we are going to be forcing the opposition on the outside. The marking and tackling, using tighter marking. Extremely urgent pressing, prevent the short goalkeeper distribution, and get stuck in. So this tactic is very aggressive. Not only is it attacking, as in it likes to get the ball further forward, it's got very attacking roles and duties. The tactic out of possession is very aggressive, so make sure you have some handy substitutes. You will need them. But let's go to the website so we can check some results that was tested with this tactic. That didn't even make sense, did it? God knows. But let's go to the website. And here we are. It's actually on my website. Of course, I asked for permission from White Europe, and as we can see, there's two tactics actually. I'm sorry, let me go back into Football Manager. There's actually two tactics. Now, I only tested the away version, but there is also a home version. So here's the home version, which is more of a 3-5-2, as there's now 3 central midfielders, and the one on the left is a Mazzala under attacking Jude. The central midfielder in the middle is the deep line playmaker, and the midfielder on the right side of midfield is a box-to-box midfielder. So it's fairly the same tactic. Instead of having 2 Mazzalas, we have one now with a box-to-box midfielder, but instead of having defensive midfielder, we now have 3 central midfielders in the same line. Well, they aren't likely going to be operating in the same line, but that's the home version. If you want to use it, I mainly use the away version. Now, back to the results. As you can see, it was tested with Inter. What other team should we have tested a 3-5-2 with other than Inter? They were perfect for the 3-5-2, and as we can see with the results as well, they got 91 points in Serie A, which is a lot considering there are very good teams in Serie A. They played 38 games, they won 26, drawing 7 and only losing 3 games. As we can see, Lukaku scored 33 goals in 42 starts. Martinez scored 28 goals in 40 something starts. It's 40 odd, I can't see it. My eyes. And when we are looking at the attacking efficiency, we were one of the most aggressive teams in the league, and we were one of the most clinical teams in the league as well, which is fairly good. You want to see that in your tactics, of course, if you are planning to play attacking. And for the defensive efficiency, we can see how well this performed defensively. It was very quiet and impenetrable. They couldn't break us down using this 3-5-2. The away version, it was very good defensively. For the expected goals, we topped that list with 78.64. And for the most goals scored in the league, it was Inter with 85 goals. So defensively, very solid. Going forward, very solid. And that is exactly what this 3-5-2 will give you. You know what, we're just going to keep some of the mistakes in this video. There's no point editing it out. But that there wraps up this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys will download some of these tactics. All of these tactics are great, all 4 of them. We only went through 3 of them, but as I said from the beginning, Zaz Blue 3.0 for me is the ultimate FM21 tactic. So before you get FM22, make sure you try these tactics out. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. You just won't. It's impossible. Make sure you download them, make sure you try them out, and also if you are new and you enjoy my type of content, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you are notified every time I upload a video. Make sure you like this video as well, that will help with the algorithm, and if you leave a comment, all of that good stuff helps the channel out. But thank you for watching. I appreciate the stay, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Stay safe, enjoy the rest of your week. I will speak to you soon. Make sure you join me on Twitch as well for my streams. I'll see you guys soon. Stay safe and peace out.